Good morning. I didn't know if that was going to connect for a minute. Okay, I've already gotten like part of the way ready because my schedule is going to be off this week, guys. I'll for sure be live today and tomorrow, but like I said, my schedule is going to be off, and that means I have other videos I also have to get done. So, I got most of the way ready. And this is going to be a pretty quick video too, on top of being early. But I want to show you the easiest, peasiest eyeshadow hack ever. And also, how was your guys' weekend? What did you do? Anything fun? Anything exciting? I'm never excited for a Monday, to be honest with you. But, you know, that's life. Okay, also, in this little 12-pack of lip pencils that we've been using, this is the one that's $10.99 for 12 lip liners on Amazon. I used the shade number 2 for the first time today. It has like the pinky end. No, it's just like a true nude. The whole lip pen, or the whole pack is nude. So there's a variety of like cool tones, warm tones, neutrals, kind of darker, like maybe like a dark brown. There's some with like a little bit more of a pinky undertone. There's lighter nudes, like this one is a very light. So that's number 2. Tons of good stuff in this pencil pack, especially for the price. All right, let's do our quick little eyeshadow hack. And then I have some other videos to go finish up. I'm tired today. How about you guys? Let me put that in there so that my thing can warm up. My mascara. Okay. And you can do this with any eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use the Dune today, but I'm telling you, if you have the Perennial, if you have the Dune, if you have some eyeshadow palette I've never even heard or seen of. Where's my little towel? I don't know. Okay. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to take this towel that I need to wash. Make sure my brush is clean. Get any fluffy brush. Doesn't matter. Good morning, Robin. How are you? Anyone will do. And here's the revolutionary part, guys. Pick any eyeshadow color you want. Literally, it doesn't matter. I'm going to even go with kind of a darker one just to show you. So we're going to go in with mahogany. I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of the like dark orange one, like the rusty colored one. Put some eyeshadow on there. And then you're just going to put it all over your lid. I like to use kind of a fluffy brush for this. You can use whatever you like. You can also use your finger on the lid. I like to just kind of use a fluffy brush. And then I take that in the crease and I go back and forth, back and forth. Good morning, Robin. Did I already say that? I can't remember. What'd you do this weekend? Anything fun? Anything exciting? I went to my grandma's yesterday. Don't even remember what I did Friday. Saturday, that was like my day off. Whatever you want to call it. Like, I didn't get ready or do anything. We did go to the lake for like a couple of hours. Alright, and then you're going to dip in again. That's it, okay? What do I have on my eye there? I went on both sides. Weird. I have no idea what I have on my eye right there. Okay, then you're going to dip in again. Go right under here. And you're just going to smudge it back and forth, back and forth. Same color. Okay? And we're going to go all the way around. We're not going to bring this eyeshadow up to our eyebrow. We're just going to do it in the crease and everywhere else. That's it. That's going to make your eye pop, okay? It does not have to be hard for eyeshadow. I feel like eyeshadow is one of the things, there's so many like amazing tutorials and like complicated looking pictures, things like that, that we can get very overwhelmed with eyeshadow. And then I also think because there are so many color options in an eyeshadow palette, which to me is a good thing. But I feel like when we see that, we're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what colors look good together. Like, I don't know what to use. It doesn't have to be hard. Pick any one color, or honestly, like, if you want to do a 2-color combo, go ahead. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, pick any one color, and I would just do a different one every day, you know? Maybe do a darker one when you're feeling a little more bold in your eyeshadow choices, and do this. it'll get you used to eyeshadow. You'll see that it does not have to be hard to draw the attention to the eye. And it does not have to be overwhelming at all. One brush, one eyeshadow color, that's your look for the day, okay? Super easy. Good morning, Wendy. How are you? Anyways, we were mostly... Okay, we were going to go swimming on Saturday when we went to the lake. Really, the only reason we went is because my husband and my friend's husband are fishing a tournament together, and they're taking his boat, and he had like a part or something to fix on it. But anyways, they wanted to make sure it was like all up and running and working good. So we mostly just went out there for that, but then they ended up on a live scope and they were like fishing. But me and Kenzie is her name, that's my friend. We were gonna like jump in and maybe drag behind the boat, do a little swimming, whatever, because it was like 90 some degrees. When we got out there, you guys, the lake was disgusting. Like, there was like a film all over the top of it, and then there was this really weird white algae stuff like all over. Out in the middle of the lake, it was 10 feet deep because they irrigate out of it. But it was everywhere, even like out in the middle. This is like a local lake, whatever you want to call it. This is a small one. It was like just really gross looking and like had a film over top. And then on top of that, there was like all this weird algae. And then I remembered last year there was like a blue algae, which I guess is like, I don't know much about it, but it's like apparently deadly, or like for sure it can kill dogs, probably because dogs don't really pay attention and like not drink stuff. But for one, it was nasty, so we were not going to get it anyways. But for two, we're like, well, we don't really know if it's like something like that again. So anyways, then we just ended up sitting in the boat while they were like kind of fishing for a couple hours, but it was still fun. Definitely not Robin. This is just kind of like a little reservoir, whatever you call it, around here that we really never go to. But it is looking especially nasty right now. Okay, I'm not usually like a no mascara gal, and I'm gonna put mascara on, but I will say like right now this makeup look, which my base face, you guys, is just the same base face I've been doing every single day. So you didn't miss anything there. That doesn't look too bad to me. So maybe try it. If you're a no mascara gal, try that color. The June palette is one of my faves. But I'm going to put mascara on. And then yesterday, so Saturday was kind of like my lazy day off, whatever you want to call it. Friday, I know I did something. I just can't remember what. Maybe I was just making videos and stuff and like catching up on that. And then I knew we went golfing later on in the day. I cannot remember what I did. But yesterday I went to my grandma's, so I left my house at like 6:45 in the morning, picked my sister up and headed over to her house. And then I got home around, I don't know, 9:30 or 10 at night. So it was a fun day. It's just a long day because it's a long drive. Good morning, Maricela. Good morning, Kenya. What are you guys up to? I'm off to work. Can't say I'm excited, guys. All right, this is that fiber mascara, the same one I've been using. It's by You Cool Me. They did give me a discount code. I believe it's SABM30. That'll save you 30%. So actually a pretty good code. And I finally remembered to add the Truly link, and I linked you guys right to the Vanilla Baby section. So those of you that have been kind of wanting that perfume, I added that. And I do have a code. It's only 15% off, I think. But, I mean, 15% is better than nothing, right? Good morning, Sherry. Definitely try it. Robin, I don't know if she even noticed it, to be honest. I doubt she would really care because of my mom's kids. I am the only one that's not like, my little brother isn't like tatted up all over, but he definitely has like tattoos and stuff. I'm the only one that's like not all tatted up and everything. Like my younger sisters, this is on my mom's side of the family, are both tatted up all over, like all their legs, their arms, like they have like tons of tattoos. And then also they have like face piercings. I don't think she'd care about a belly button piercing. Now, if I had like something maybe in my tongue, like a tongue piercing, I don't think she'd really be probably a huge fan of that. But I'm kind of like mild compared to, I kind of do more with like jewelry, clothes, you know, that kind of thing, than like permanent, whatever. So yeah, I don't think she even seen it, but I also wouldn't be like scared to tell her, and I honestly don't think she would care. Like, she might not be like, oh, I'm obsessed with that, but I mean, since it's under the shirt, you know what I mean? I don't think she would really care, or she might even like it, or she might kind of not like it, but since it's under the shirt, she wouldn't care, you know? But yeah, like my sister that I went with, she has tattoos like up her hands, her arms. She has like a giant lion on her thigh. She has a moon, whatever, like a big moon one that's like that. I can't even remember where that one was. Is it on her arm or like... Anyways, she also has like the bull ring piercing, whatever that is. I kind of like that. I kind of like that one because you could roll it up into your nose if you didn't want it. Cody's always telling me I should get my nose pierced, but I wear makeup every day, and I don't like the look of like jewelry that gets covered with makeup, and I would know because usually I'll put a little bit of foundation on my ears so that they like perfectly match, and sometimes it gets on there, you know. What else does she have? She used to have this pierced, which every person I've ever seen with that piercing, it always looks inflamed. Like, I never see it get to a point where it doesn't look red and stuff. She might still have that. I can't remember. And then my little sister has, I know she has her lip pierced. I think she has both eyebrows pierced, or she has one twice. I can't remember. And then she has tattoos all over her arms, legs, everything. Her tattoos are like kind of different because my one sister that I was with yesterday, the one that's closer to me in age, hers might be like bigger tattoos, but they're like all one, where my younger sister has like, let's say 10 tattoos, but they're all like individual little like pictures, like little cartoons or something. So that's our little chit chat for the day, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of funny because I won't commit to a tattoo, and I don't think I'll ever get one, to be honest. And I don't dislike tattoos, so I know like almost everyone has tattoos. Most of you watching this probably have tattoos. So please don't think that I'm like, ew, tattoos are gross, tattoos are trashy. For me, I know like if I had to look at something every single day, like I would get a little tired of it. You know what I mean? Like I would be like kind of getting to the point where I couldn't stand looking at it anymore. Like there's literally no picture that I could ever think of that I would want to look at every single day for the rest of my life. So I think the good Lord, I was way too broke at 16 or 17 or 18 to afford a tattoo. Because I think it saved me. Because I always imagined that I also, like my sisters, would have a bunch of tattoos and stuff like that. But I'm a little more into like jewelry and whatever. And I don't know, I still don't know, honestly, if I would have ever gotten a tattoo because I would have had a hard time like committing, you know? No nose piercing. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Barbara. Nothing here. Woke up hurting, so just chilling today. I hope you got feeling better, Marcella. Yes, definitely try this eyeshadow, Sherry, if I didn't already say that. Anyways, I always imagined I would have tattoos because my mom had tattoos. My stepdad that I had growing up, he kind of had like that look, like he had like a crotch rocket motorcycle. He was like, had a shaved head with a big tattoo like across the back of his head. He had like his ears pierced. Like he was just kind of like, to give you a picture, like that's kind of what he looked like. And so we had fun like going to the tattoo shop and stuff like that. But I truly don't think I'll ever get a tattoo. I'm way more into like jewelry and that kind of thing. And I like jewelry because I can change it whenever I want, like any kind of piercing, you know, I can change it when I get bored to a different piece of jewelry, or I can just take it out. Like if I get sick of something and I don't really like it anymore, I'll just take it out. And like it pretty much will close, you know what I mean? So yeah. But my mom has a handful of tattoos. She's not like all tatted up or anything. And then same with my little brother. Like, these are my mom's kids. He has a few tattoos, but he's also not like tatted up all over or anything. But it was their dad, my youngest sister and brother, that has the tattoo on the back of the head, which now I think he's like saved again or whatever you want to call it. So I think he grew his hair back out. But when I was a kid, I never, ever saw him with hair. Like, he always had his head bald with that tattoo and stuff. So it was pretty cool. And he had like I said, earrings and stuff. And this was like the 2000s. So it's not that tattoos were like uncommon, but now I feel like I feel like I'm typically one of the only people that do not have a tattoo. Like, most times even, it's not that people are like tatted all over, but like, I kind of rarely meet someone that doesn't have a single tattoo on their whole body. So it was a little bit more like split back then, I felt like. Good morning, good morning. Thank you, Robin. All right. Isn't this kind of a weird shirt? So actually, this is kind of dumb, you guys, but this is how terrible Facebook is. I have to make, that's a good idea, Carol. That could be totally fun. Temporary tattoos. Anyways, I have to make a couple videos this morning, and this is how, like, dumb Facebook is. If it basically thinks that, like, everything's, like, AI now, which drives me crazy because I feel like AI is super smart, don't get me wrong, but, like, not as smart as people think it is. So if it thinks that you posted the same video twice or something, it'll say that you're, like, spamming. So I have to make a video in this shirt and then change my shirt. How dumb is that? But anyways, that obviously is like an irrelevant piece of information, but I have to like kind of, if I have a bunch of videos to make or a few videos, I have to kind of change like my makeup, my jewelry, my whatever. Like, even though I'm making it all the same day, I have to like try to trick Facebook. And now I've revealed my secret, so it's gonna know. But I have to, like, try to trick it into thinking, like, this is a brand new day, brand new video. Because otherwise it says, basically, that you're spamming. But I do kind of like this shirt. Actually, my stepmom got this for me, and it's definitely way more my sister's style. The one that I was with yesterday. The one that is, like, closest to me in age. This is way her style, but I do like it. But I am changing it. That's kind of the funny part. Okay, we're just going to go over this with a little hint of purple mascara. That's it today, guys. I just wanted to get on, say good morning. My schedule is going to be messed up this week, but I will be live today and tomorrow. And I'm just kind of trying to get some other videos that I need to get done. So, might be a little bit of a boring week, but if you're new here, stick with me. I typically go live Monday through Thursday, 8 to 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, somewhere in that time frame. And very, very, very often I do a full face of makeup. We try different products. We try different, poked myself right in the eye, techniques. I share any kind of tips that I have or come up with fun eyeshadow ideas, whatever. So if you're into that kind of thing and you like to watch live videos, definitely follow along, turn notifications on, because we do a lot of fun videos for sure. But this week just might not be that fun. Good morning, Jerry. How are you? Thank you, Melinda. Thank you. I can see if these are still available. Last year I wore these. So I've had these for probably 5 years now. But last year someone commented on an older video of me wearing these. And I was like, oh gosh, I doubt they're still available. But I did find them. So I can check if you guys want in my order history. I was shocked when I went and, like, I just searched in my order history, you know, and it was still available to order. But I was excited. I was just shocked because usually, like, earrings, t-shirts, all that kind of stuff, like, it usually isn't more than, you know, one season and then you can't really find it anymore. I mean, you can find similar stuff, but, like, the exact one. Okay, there it is with mascara. If you ever get mascara on your face, I do every single day. Let it dry. Do not stress. Let it dry completely, and then take any spoolie. I literally use a different spoolie every day. It doesn't matter. And you're just going to gently scrape it off. And that's a good way to get the mascara off without scraping off your eyeshadow that you just did. Okay, there's our simple eyeshadow. Text still mess up with my names. I'm not Robin. Did it do that again, Barbara? How weird is that? My daughter and granddaughter have quite a few tattoos. We all got one together when I visited Wyoming a year ago. It was my first one and I was 69. It's really pretty though, an iris flower. Oh, that's kind of fun, gay. It's very delicate. It was super fun experience with my daughter and granddaughter. I love that. And I never say never, like, you never know. I could get a tattoo one day. I just kind of feel like I have a little bit of commitment issues, and like the idea of like having a tattoo and being committed to it for the rest of my life, I'm kind of like, I don't think I'm gonna like you that long. Like, I don't want to look at you for that long, you know what I mean? So I kind of like to be able to like change things up so I can like change the looks of it, but you never know. And that's not to say, like I said, most of my family, pretty much all my family has tattoos. Pretty much all my friends, everybody I know has tattoos. I just know like, I like the looks of them. But I'm like, man, on myself looking at it for that long and just kind of like knowing that it's there, I feel like eventually I would get like, I wouldn't want it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm just not going to get one because there's nothing that I've ever seen that I feel like, yes, I can commit to the rest of my life with that. My husband wants to get another tattoo. And I really like tattoos on guys too, actually. He has a couple little ones, but he wants to get another one. All right, girls, I better go. Sadly, I have quite a handful more videos to make this morning. So sorry this week, it's going to be a little boring. Next week will be a lot more back to our regularly scheduled programming. But yeah, follow along if you like that kind of thing. I promise we do a lot of like full face tutorials, tips, tricks, trying different things, a lot of chit-chatting. And we have fun here, but this week it's going to be a little, messed up. But anyways, I will see you girls tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.